I know you just want to listen exact situation, exact analysis of Portugal nationality law because now situation is becoming almost clear. You want now my factual analysis of Portugal nationality law for all the world immigrants, not only for Asian. Either they are classifying into categories A, category B, category C, either they are changing from 5 years to 10 years, either they are changing from 5 to 6 years, lot of questions, either it will be approved or not because now they presented bill in the parliament. Opposition will favor or not, and why they are very keen to change this law, how much probability, how much possibility of changing this law is currently there. I will discuss. And also most important, the time of the nationality will count after resident card, TRC, or after file lock. And also if this law is approved, immigrants, what they will do in Portugal, what will happen to Portugal immigration, is that good for Portugal, is that bad for Portugal? So all details I will share one by one. And remember one thing, that almost which I am talking to you now, the bill has been presented in the Parliament House, and the bill is very simple. They are changing this bill into two categories. The first category is that they want Brazilian people, they want Portuguese speaking country immigrants, mean that the countries in which immigrants are speaking Portuguese language, mean immigrants in Portugal whose country's official language is Portuguese, which is Brazil and some other countries, they will be given compensation. This is the class A, this is category A. So they are going to give them nationality earlier than Asian and African countries, and they are going to tell them that you can apply after resident card, and according to this bill which presented now currently in the Parliament House, 6 years will be required for Portuguese speaking countries. Example, I told you Brazil. By this way, they just want to tell you, if you belong to a Portuguese speaking country, they are preferring those immigrants anyhow. But they are not in favor of Asians, they are not in favor of Indians, they are not in favor of Pakis, they are not in favor of Bangladeshis, they are not in favor of Africans, they are not in favor of any other immigrants. Only Portuguese speaking country will get compensation. Category B, they divided according to this bill. Almost all immigrants are divided into this bill. In this category which I am telling you now, their proposal of nationality duration time is 10 years, which is very sad news. I can understand what is happening to your heart and mind, but I will continue, and please listen my clip till end so that at least you will get some positive points. And because in my mind these changes, first of all in Parliament, they will be approved or not. This is a biggest question I will discuss. If they will be approved, the president will sign or not, opposition is in favor or not, these are biggest question. And what is going to happen with Portugal immigration? And because Portugal will be out of immigrants, very simple, Portugal will be out of immigrants. Almost all Portugal people who are living there, they knew that if nationality time finally signed by President of Portugal for 10 years, it will be almost empty. because people will not wait for 10 years. They will not consume their precious time of your life, almost precious time of their life, 10 years, as Portugal living is not much delicious living, is not luxurious living, not financial calmness living. It's a living of almost pricking the mind, very difficult financial crisis. People during stay in Portugal, and they do this to get the passport. But when they will knew that they will not get passport, they will search other ways, which I will discuss. But now, first of all, I need to tell one thing. Unfortunately, one another bad news. My channel always give you good news, but when there is bad news, I always announce bad news with some hope, and I will discuss hope. And according to me, there are enough chances of reversibility of this law. Even this law is approved, because Portugal government will never want that immigrant exit, especially those immigrants who are very useful for them, who are technically sponsoring their companies. They are professionals, they are practical professionals, they are technical people, and Portugal people do not work much enthusiastic way. They normally, Portugal citizens move from Portugal to other European countries where salaries, wages and conditions are quite good than Portugal, and only people wait in Portugal who want to get passports. So this is going to become very interesting. Opposition leader opposition party is going to help government in this law. Yes, these are the sources telling. And this government was not able to present this bill in the last tenure, and they did not complete their last tenure. Election was there, they once again won, but this time they are getting support from the opposition. What will happen in Parliament House? But they presented this bill, their proposal, so much quick. Even they just joined office, clearly telling they are keen to change this law. They are interested to change this law, because earlier over speculations, over predictions were that they are very they will delay these changes, and they will do a lot of other works of immigration. A lot of other steps are waiting, a lot of other things are waiting, but they suddenly presented a law of nationality and some other laws as well, which I will discuss in another clip, because this clip is very curious for those immigrants who are thinking what will happen now. First of all, nationality law did not change yet. Still I am announcing, media is telling a change. It still did not change. Such bill is proposed, but now I can tell you the percentage of approval is quite more than normal. Why I am telling? Because opposition party is sponsoring. Sources are telling opposition party are helping government in making this nationality changes. So I think category A, category B, they will be able to approve this law. And the percentage with apology, please don't worry, because I need to tell you true, 90 to 95% chances now, currently, today, at which time I am speaking. I don't know what will happen to the next minute, next second. This is immigration laws. These are immigration. Anything can happen anytime. But until now, Portugal's nationality law is hopefully going to change, and it will pass in Parliament. Chances of approvals are more, but still did not approve yet. This is a significant point. And next point which I am telling you, that president has to sign according to legislation of Portugal constitution, and Portugal president may send this bill to legal department. It happened in the last tenure when law was changed after resident card. That time will count not from resident card, the time will count from the file lock in the last 5 years nationality law. Portugal president sent that bill to legal staff. Sorry for that. And that legal staff analyzed, assessed by deeper Portugal's law conditions, and then they decided, yes, Mr. President, you can sign this nationality changes. These are according to Portugal's law. I think this is my seventh sense prediction that President will not sign this law spontaneously. Spontaneously, President of Portugal will not sign. It will take little time. And because, I remember in the last tenure he was also confused about nationality law, and he knew this thing, that this is very, very significant matter for Portugal, because if immigrants will be disheartened and they will start going out of Portugal, especially useful immigrants, that will be almost crackdown of Portugal's economy. Portugal economy is up due to useful immigrants who are working successfully in different companies. They are doing self-business and they are paying regularly taxes, and their enthusiasm is comparatively more than Portugal's citizens. Citizens will not work with full motivation. Only immigrants work with full motivation. Therefore, chances of reversals are less, but still there will be hurdles, there will be resistivity, and there will be some blocks in front of these laws. Might be some questions in Parliament House that all immigrants are equal. Why you are classifying immigrants into two classes, that you are Portuguese speaking, you will get 6 years, you are Urdu speaking, you are English speaking, you will get 10 years. Is that justice or not? Might be some people go to the court as well, and court of the Portugal until now, which we saw in different immigration decisions, they are very fair. One thing I will share, that almost in these all European countries, developed countries, USA, developed countries, Canada, developed countries, Australia and UK, their courts are really impressing me. I am announcing such decisions which I am listening in my channels, which I never, even I was not predicting. They are giving decisions with their immigration laws of the country. They are not impressed by authorities, they are not impressed by the government. Either decisions go in their favor, either decisions go against their favor. They always do in immigration laws, they always do decisions inside the circles of immigration laws, due to which what's happening, immigrants are getting benefit. You just see AIMA was not deciding resident card decisions in a reputed time. The people were going, and people are going to the courts, and you knew that maximum number of the people, maximum number of immigrants of Portugal getting their decisions, their favor by the courts. Either they are family reunification appointment, either they are Article 92, they are student, or even they are normal file locker or expression of interest they filed. They are getting maximum people through the court. It's showing that the courts are doing decision according to Portugal's law. Biggest point which I did not discuss in this clip, that is that now Parliament is also looking on another factor which social media is not talking, which social media is very silent. They are only talking that nationality law is changing from 5 to 10 years. First, Law is not changing from 5 to 10 years. In this proposal, 5 to 6 years and 5 to 10 years. Please remember. For Portuguese speaking, because a lot of Portuguese speaking countries also listen me, and you people please take care of yourself. Don't worry much, because your case of nationality will be decided within 6 years according to these proposals. And Asian countries, definitely they are worried and they are little bit in anxiety and depression, but I will say something may happen in the last ball is their president. And also even this law is approved, numbers of immigrants drastically will decrease, steeper way. I don't think any circle of Portugal, any government of Portugal, any opposition of the Portugal, any member of the Portugal government will want that all immigrants leave the Portugal. Only they want to use less immigrants, criminal immigrants, illegal immigrants, undocumented immigrants. They leave Portugal. They never want that Portugal people never want that all immigrants. They knew they are working in their hotels, they are working in their software companies, they are doing barber shops, and they are giving benefit in the form of taxes, in the form of services. They are very good drivers and laborers. They are very good laborers, electricians, plumbers, and now even in medical fields as well, who are studying in Portugal universities. Now I will say one point. This point is not being discussed elsewhere. That Portugal, this bill also mentioning the shunning of the point of the last 5 years nationality law, that the nationality time will count from the file lock. They are clearly mentioning that we will not count the time of the file lock. No, we will count the time from the resident card. Please count those 2 to 3 years. This is another adverse news which I am telling you now, because I have to tell you, because these proposals also include that the time of the nationality will count from the resident card, and it will be 6 years for Portuguese speaking country, and it will be for Asian countries, for other people, non-Portuguese speaking country. I will say this is class B or category B. For 10 years, it's too much. Now discussions in the parliaments, which will occur in coming days, I will keep an eye and I will keep you telling, are very interesting how many people support this and how many people goes against this bill. Because a lot of people, if I just compare, a lot of people are talking about, parliament members are talking about, it will really examination of our immigration system, and our immigration system may not be successful by this huge duration of nationality. So some members, we are telling that chances of approval is 90 to 95%. Reason, because maximum numbers of parliament members may support these proposals. That's why social media is talking, I am telling you, but same portrait, in the same direction, some members are not in favor of this law. So interesting point is that what they say, are they able to convince other parliament members which are in favor of this law? And because these European parliamentarians, they are very loyal to their own countries. Whenever they will be counseled, when they will be convinced, when they will be given information that this law will decrease the financial status of the country or economy of the country or GDP ratio of the country, your banking sectors will lack euros and you may got little bit negativity in the stock exchanges and your taxes collection will be less, or these numbers of immigrants will decrease just like a slope in the graph. Might be some man in the parliament and some men in the parliament, some women in the parliament do something differently which we did not know yet. So still there is hope, still there is hope left. Law did not approve yet, but of course the things are going in approval of new nationality law. Keep you informing and keep watching my sessions. Thank you very much.